Hello. So, this is it. RDL finals. So, yeah. As may have been apparent in a lot of my recent videos, I have been quite busy these last few weeks. So making teams has not been easy. I will get that out of the way to begin with. And we've got a tough opponent. We've got Airstream. Airstream has made it all the way to the finals. Them and the Sydney Scizors versus us and the Everton Espions. Whew. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I would show you their team. But if you remember, last time we played them, I built my team in about 20 minutes. And I built it on the sports server, which if you build a team on the sports server, it doesn't always save. So I didn't have anything to go off of, which in a way is kind of a good thing, because it means I had a fresh mind kind of going into this match. But I kind of knew some basic ideas, so I mean, that was still fine. But yeah, and I still kind of remember roughly what I brought last time. So I decided some things were good, some things were not good, and I've kind of made some small adjustments. I basically gave myself an hour to build the team when I got in from work. I got in from work and I was like, alright, I'm going to have an hour to build the team, and then I'm going to go to bed. So that's what we did. So here we are. Here is the team. G-Max Lapras. We've got a little bit of bulk, which means we actually, I believe, this is for Rockfall. I've got a couple notes here. Where is it? Okay, yeah, so this leaves +2 max Rockfall and the sand damage that follows it. So that's kind of nice. And then we can take it out in one shot, provided it's not got any special bulk. Guaranteed. So we're kind of focusing on Rampiria here, because last time we focused on Turtonator, and I don't know if they'll go for that again, because it basically lost to AB Lando. Though, to be honest, I don't know what they do about AB Lando. So, we'll see. But Lapras is a really good max option. It's got weakness policy. I was going to give it a life orb, and then I was like, I was going to give it likely. And I was like, if I don't max it, then it does nothing. And then if I do max it, like, even if I don't max it, like, sometimes the weakness policy can go off just because of, like, random rock slides and stuff. So, I feel like having weakness policy is still nice. Freeze Dry is great to hit the Blastoise. And we've got Parasol Protect. I mean, the last couple times I've used Lapras, I've really missed having Protect, so I'm just gonna have Protect on there. And having a Perish Trap endgame might be nice. Bronzong is a bit of a pain to kill. Especially because this time I'm not actually bringing Weezing. So, next up, as I was saying, AV Lando. There's a little bit of special bulk here. I believe this was for Blastoise stuff. Yeah, so like, I think the Lando was the first thing I did. So, yeah, with this little bit of special defense investment, we live Cannonade +2 from G-Max Blastoise from Warspout. Obviously we'll die to the Cannonade damage afterwards. But it means we can get off a big hit, before we go down. So we can give a partner a boost. Or we can set up sand or something like that. We can get one extra thing off, but if I see they're going for a blast, well, say if I like lead like Lando, it means like I have something else. Lando is one of the kind of prime max candidates. Lapras I've kind of got a brain to keep them honest with Hail, to be honest, and Blastoise. But the combination of Lapras and Lando basically like really limits their options, on what they can go with as their kind of primary main mode, because between these two, there's very little that they have that can break through. Like, they've got to make their choice, and whichever one they go with, I can respond. Other than that, max HP, max attack, other than the 20 in special defense. Nice bulky Lando. A lot of these spreads are kind of like very self-explanatory. It was kind of weird, but like a lot of kind of maxing kind of worked. Speaking of maxing, Escav, this got the Life Orb in the end. Megahorn, Ironhead, Drill Run. I was gonna give it an Ocker, but if the weakness policy goes off on the Turtonator, then Ocker doesn't save me, so I mean, I'll give it a Life Orb, give it a little bit of extra oomph. Like, I can be saved if Turt doesn't get going immediately, if I get to max Escav first, and I get a +2 special defense, I can potentially live stuff, but yeah, it's gonna be tricky. But for Turt, we've got Lando. For Hale, and yeah, for Hale, we've got Lapras. And for Turt, yeah, so for Turt, we've got Lando. For Hale, we've got Lapras. For Blastoise, we've got Lapras. For Rhyperior, we've got pretty much everything. Everything can deal with it. Lapras can live a hit. Lando can intimidate it. And Escav, like, unless it's carrying Max Flare, will not take much damage from it. So, we can get Steel Spikes boosts in return. So, I don't know, I should actually be 0 IV Brave. Just to make sure I'm underspeeding everything. Next up, Cress. We are max HP, max defense, because I believe this actually lives +2 Rhyperior. Yeah, so it lives +2 Rhyperior, Rockfall, with the sand damage. But any extra chip, like, something like a Wacky Fake Out, will be nice. And then just 4 in special defense and, Calm. A lot of the time I've actually not been going min speed on my Cress, but, I was thinking about doing it here, but then I was like, well, there's a couple base 80 speed Pokemon that they have, things like Togekiss, and Braviary and Thwackey all have base 80 speed, so having, like, Crest just be able to outspeed those outside of Trick Room would be quite nice. We've got Power Swap. Since we don't have Haze, having Power Swap I feel like would be really nice here, just to make sure I can take away the boosts from all the weakness policy, because something's gonna have a weakness policy, but there's also Shell Smash on Blastoise, so just taking away those boosts is really gonna help out. Psychic just for some damage, and I'm going Protect over Ally Switch. I feel like I've been using Ally Switch a lot. One, I kind of feel bad about using Ally Switch, but also I feel like they might be ready on the Ally Switch, so we'll see. Incin, I believe this lives -1 Rockfall from Rhyperior. Fake Out, Taunt, Flarelet's Parting Shot. Took a little bit of inspiration from the Players Cup team with this one. Taunt to stop Trick Room will be really nice. This thing is a really good way to stop Trick Room. Obviously, it looks like I want to play in Trick Room myself, but, like, my Pokemon do have a bit better natural speed than theirs, so if I can play outside of Trick Room and afford to do so, that'd be great. Parting Shot is great, obviously. Slowing down the big max threats. Really, like... So, I don't think I got to say this before, because I didn't really get to make a lot of points about Airstream's team. Airstream's team relies so much on their max, that if we stall out their max, we're good to go. Whereas I think my team can play outside of max a little bit better, because it's got some really nice supporting pieces. So, yeah. That is Incineroar. I believe so. Yeah, it was the investment that you see here for the Rockfall. The little bit of offense to make sure I one-shot Serena, max HP Serena. The rest is special defense, and then 4 in speed to make sure it's not speed tying Lapras. And then last but not least, Tapu Bulu. Tapu Bulu is basically to keep them honest. Because obviously last time I brought Weezing. But this time we're going to keep them honest. So we are actually Expert Belt with Swords Dance. Swords Dance is a greedy one, I'll admit. The defensive EVs, don't worry about those. I kind of just threw those around. But max HP, I kind of was like, it's a grassy terrain number, so I may as well go with max HP. The little bit of speed makes it so we outspeed neutrals, like, no invested speed base 80s. So, again, Togekiss, Braviary, Wacky. So if they've got no speed investment, we outspeed them. I thought that little bit of speed would be nice to have. Grassy Glide, Play Rough, Swords Dance, Protect. This thing, the attack investment, I believe, is to make sure that this will one-shot Blastoise outside of Max. So, and obviously we'll two-shot the Max version. So, depending on their lead, like, we can kind of see what they want to do, but, like, Incin Cress or Incin Lando are both incredibly good leads. Or even Incin Lapras. There's a lot of options for leads here, depending on what we want to do. I feel like, I think Incin Lapras might cover the most, but yeah. Then we can bring, like, any combination in the back. We can have Cress Escav, the combination that's really been carrying me. We could just bring Lando in the back. We can bring Bulu in the back. We can still bring Cress, like, without Escav. But, yeah. We may even use Cress to just reverse Trick Room as well. That's always an option, because their team is definitely more reliant on Trick Room, I feel like, than mine. So, yeah. But, yeah, so I made a couple notes. I didn't even make notes on the Bulu, but yeah. So, that will do it for the team builder. Let's get into the battle. Alright, this is it. The finals of the RDL versus Airstream. This is it, boys. Whew. Let's go. They're going Blastoise, I think. They want to go Blastoise. I swear they want to go Blastoise here. Yeah, Blastoise Turt as the main sweepers. Blastoise, yeah, so it's Blastoise Turt as the main sweepers. And they've got Serene to help block Fake out here. So if I lead Incin Lapras, I don't care about... Okay, so I'm gonna do Incin Crest for one reason and one reason alone. Is it Escav or is it... I mean, it's Lando, right? We've got to bring Lando. And Bulu? Yeah. So it's Bronzong Togekiss. So this is where I'm going to make a hard call. Alright, they double protect. Cool, I'm going to reverse the Trick Room. And we go to Lando. I'm going to go for a Rock Slide. I actually should have... So protect Sunny Day. It's gotta be Bulldoze plus Trick Room, right? It's gotta be Bulldoze plus Trick Room. I don't have Protect on Lando. I'm just gonna make sure I'm targeting this thing down. Citrus Berry, okay, so yeah, it is follow me support. Reverse the Trick Room. I don't want you having Trick Room. Leave me alone. So yeah, it gets the weakness policy off, and then I'm just going to reverse Trick Room. Stop it! No Trick Room! I was living for bulk. I don't... And I wasn't calculating for sun, really, either. Well, apparently I was. Okay. And I'm going to click Trick Room. I think it's Protect Trick Room. Yep. We're going to Max Quake off. Stop the Trick Room! No! We're not dealing with this. And then we get the call out here, they go for Protect, and we get a Rockfall into the Togekiss. And this is what happens when I play at my best. Serena comes out just as I thought. But now things get tricky. Because it's not as easy as it looks. Actually, no, well, okay, Serena has to max. Serena really has to max. It's their last option to max. They don't have any other options left. I'm going to switch Cress out into Incin. They're going to protect Serena. I think they're going to try and set up Trick Room. They don't have anything great left to max is the thing. Do I need to reveal Taunt? I feel like no. I feel like I don't need to reveal Taunt. They're gonna max the Serena. Protect. I get hit with a Hailstorm. That crits. I feel like that probably didn't matter. Get into Crest just because it's so bulky. And it also means we can reverse Trick Room. You know, again. But we've really neutered this Serena's damage output at this point. And I'm just going to click Trick Room. The Serena's so hard neutered. And it's gonna go back to Turt. It's gonna live. But we're gonna reverse the Trick Room. And it's time something happened about this Bronzong. No. And now all this can do... So we know it's got Protect and Triple Axle. It's going to have a Grass-type move of some kind and probably High Jump Kick. Take out Serena. Do like 2%. Yeah, this one's a GG, because obviously Instant just kind of flare blitzes its way to victory. Cool. We got game 1. Whew. I know I gave some criticisms on Airstream's team, but that's because I know it too well. Because they tried to use a team that was from the WBE. So, like, that's why I know the flaws of the team. So that time we didn't even need Bulu. That was all Lando. That was all Lando. And they saw I was so ready for Trick Room. Just, I was reversing it constantly. So, I feel like they want to play more of a Blastoise game this time. And if they want to go Blastoise, then we can go Lapras. Yeah, so I'm going to go Insync, Cress, Lapras, Lando. It's Togekiss, Blastoise, yep. And there's that. So we're going to fake out the Togekiss, right? And we're going to Power Swap. They're just going to Double Protect. Alright. We've seen its White Herb, so we know it's going to be Shell Smash stuff. I think Taunt and switch to Lapras is the play. What is the play here, though? My Instinct is faster than my Lapras. It can't have every move, is the thing. I think I am going to try Imparting Shot. And I'm gonna just go for the Freeze Dry. Kinda comes out into Instant. That was to be expected. We get an Air Slash, just don't flinch me. Don't do it. Cool. That's not as much damage as I would have liked. So I'm just gonna Power Shot swap at this point. Is it Max Lapras? I wouldn't mind getting up these screens. Yeah, I'm just gonna get up the screens. So I'm gonna want to make sure this Togekiss goes once Taunt ends. Yeet! My boosts! So now, Cress actually takes one. And this still can't protect. So let's take out this, take out the Togekiss. We take super little damage. We can take out the Togekiss. They are out of max now. Bronzong is going to come in, so it looks like they still have some Trick Room stuff in the back. If it's Spout, it's weak. I have Resonance twice. What is the right play here, though? Because this isn't over. If I get this wrong, I could very much lose. I'm gonna Trick Room. And guys are the... I wonder if guys are into Bronzong is the play. I'm gonna double attack. They go for Blizzard and they hit the crest, but it doesn't get the KO. We take out Blastoise. We get some damage there, but we also set up the Rain. It's Turt in the back with Lando. There should be special Turt. There should be special Turt. What do we do? What do we do? We've still got Aurora Veil for 2 turns is the thing. I mean, the Turt is the threat, but I feel like they might try and stall out my Aurora Veil, but they can't stall out both turns. If I Perish Song, I lose. If I Perish Song, I do lose. Bronzong, once it... The thing is, it can't Bulldoze and... Yeah, no, it can't Bulldoze and it can't... And Sunny Day on the... Sorry, not Bulldoze, it's a Rock Tomb. It can't Rock Tomb and Sunny Day on the same turn. But I should have seen that one coming. I should have doubled the... Because now they can. But I've still got Veil up. If there's a time to EQ, it's now. I think Freeze Dry is stronger. They missed the Rock Tomb in the finals! That's huge for us, because we lived that. That's huge. And they're not Levitate. That's a huge miss. That is a huge miss. GG's. That should have gone to 3 games. That should have probably gone to 3 games. Lapras shouldn't have lived there. If I'd protected Lapras and gone for EQ... Like, which was the right play. I should have protected Lapras, gone for EQ. But then Veil was down. Yeah, that was a super unfortunate miss. If that did go to 3 games... I think it would have been a lot more interesting. Especially now knowing that it's heat-proof and not levitate, so... But yeah, GG's to Airstream regardless. We take home the RDL. Bless Lapras Lando. Escav didn't even know coming out because it was Turt. And that will do it. I may give my thoughts about this team in another video, but other than that, I will see you guys next time. That has been the RDL. Thank you very much for watching. This team is broken, and I will see you guys next time. So take it easy, everyone.